I had some work to do for the first half of the day, and so I didn't get to watch the entire restriction list reveal live. So I did see it earlier, and I know what's going on. But yeah, so I want to just take a look at it, and then we're going to talk about it. I've already kind of thought about it a fair bit. Not sure what the implications will be yet, so that's something I want to discuss with y'all. But anyway, the restrictions, after they went over the rules for restricting cards as usual, they always do this. So, standard, we have 3 cards, and Shirayuki, Dorian, and Angerblader are back to 4, starting from December 1st in Japan, which I think is... I can't remember what the date was for the English version, but I think it's only 1 or 2 weeks later. But this is interesting. I think a lot of people expected this, especially Japan. Japan really expected this because they saw that Shirayuki is getting support in the clan selection, and so they were like, alright, if there is actually support for Shirayuki in clan selection, then that means that Shirayuki is probably going to get unrestricted. And because Shirayuki was already quite clunky in, the Yasuye deck, and she was mostly just used in Hyuga, I think she'll still come back to the Yasuye deck as like a 2 of, as a 3 of. I don't think it's going to be played 4 times though, because I don't think you have all the space if you want to be playing Nudos and stuff like that. But she's definitely a welcome addition. Now, Dorian is interesting because keep in mind that this unrestriction is standard only. I was really hoping that this would be premium too for Dorian, because Dorian was put to 1 in both standard and premium. And so in premium, she was really good in like every single Pale Moon list, but now she's only back to 4 in standard, which means that essentially Dorian, she already is like hard to fit into Lukier after Venus Lukier came out. So I think that we're basically going to have to play like 2 or 3, but not 4 anymore. But it's still really good because you can still go back to the same old playstyle as last year of just like ride up Dorian, call out a bunch of stuff, put everything into Soul, draw a bunch of cards, get your grade 3 out of Soul, and then ride up and start doing your pushing turns. So I think both Shirayuki and Dorian will be coming back as like 2 or 3 ofs in respective decks. Harry, of course, can play this as a 4 of, so not talking about Silverthorn. So this can also go back to Hyuga as a 4 of, whereas this can go to Harry, for example, as a 4 of, or like upcoming Pale Moon support. Now, Angerblader is an interesting one because that is definitely something that is just on its own. Something that is definitely like that you build around. But thing is, we've seen 1 Angerblader lists that were doing pretty alright. You know, they were topping here and there every now and again. But with it back at 4 of, I've barely even looked at the new Tachikaze support around Gaia, but I'm sure that there's quite a few things that will make Angerblader even stronger. And so I know that some people are already playtesting with these, like some people expected this unrestriction so much that they started recording videos of them playtesting with the unrestriction. So it doesn't surprise me too much. I think what some people were disappointed by is that Luard and Gurgwit weren't touched. And I think that, like, I still think that maybe Wonder Azel should have been touched, but maybe bringing back these cards will impact the meta enough that they will, like, Gurgwit will have more of a contention, but we'll see if that is the case or not. Alright, so he just said there's no premium changes. Gastille dodging another premium ban list 3 times in a row. Okay, he said it's all on the website. So the official website will have more details on why Luard and friends weren't hit. And I'm quite curious about that, so I want to just quickly check myself. Tournaments from the 5th September to the 22nd, and from September 23rd to October 24th. This is Shadow Paladin, 63% and 43%. Kagero, Gears. Alright, so I want to make it easier for y'all to see this, but I guess not. Alright, let me just browse through it quickly. Any inconvenience caused by the inconvenience caused by the fact. Thank you, Google. Okay, so the next restriction list will be in February 2021, which will be based on the WG 2021 first 2 stages. So the qualifying, store qualifications, and store finals for WGP 2021 will be impacting the restriction list of 2020 February. So we're going to have 3 full months. This is going to be after Bermuda and after clan selection though. So he's saying that these cards, so these are the Bermuda like Highlander grade 4s, but they are written, the texts are written in Bermuda language. So Bermuda Triangle has its own language, and their effects are written in Bermuda language. Okay, so if you're gonna use it in tournaments, please bring the actual like Japanese version to the tournament too, because some of your opponents might not know what they do or have never played against Bermuda. Oh my god. Did they really create a new language just for mermaid waifus? Of course! Of course! Would you not do that for your waifus? Make a new language? I'm already working on the Gabriel language. Imagine stumbling upon a mermaid, she goes... Imagine, you're just like... you sit down to play against your opponent, and you're like, oh, what does that card do? Oh, sec, let me read it. Oh, okay, thanks. It's like, oh, some of these people are gonna start learning the Bermuda language. Yeah, I can speak it too. Imagine you're swimming underwater and you hear somewhere in the distance, you just hear like... It's like muffled. Alright, so basically the point of the timing for the next restriction list is that it basically makes it so that they can restrict stuff, if necessary, before the next stages of the WGP season. Which makes sense. I know how to greet people in Bermuda language. You just go... It's very easy, actually. You too can learn it too. Next time you meet your local Bermuda players, just go... Alright, I guess let's go through the news anyway. So, on the 27th of December, right between Christmas and New Year's, there's a 96-person VMC Winter qualifying tournament. So, per team, $45, so $15 per person. And that's gonna be pretty hype. You get the... Oh, the chat is covering it. I should move the chat. Oops. So, the playmat that you get is Cosmo Wreath. Looks really nice. I've been able to find where to order these from like second-hand Japanese sellers. So I'm waiting for the Chronojet ones to go up, because I'm hyped for the Chronojet ones. But yeah, you can get Cosmo Wreath playmat from participating, because you do pay $15 per person, so you get a bunch of playmats. Vanguard Diff is ending soon. I've been catching up myself. I'm still quite far behind, but I've been catching up. I saw this scene. This is about as far as I got. But I'll catch up soon. Alright, so yeah, I don't want to get spoiled. Because, ooh. Oh shit! They're gonna kiss? Let's go, Pog. Right, what else? Oh, it's the like season ending thank you campaign. So you have a... So 5 people... Oh, I guess, again, if you tweet... Oh my god, on the 28th of November, between 8 and 9 AM JP time, you have a chance to win the playmat or the cup. How many people win the playmat? 5 people. And 10 people win the cup. Alright, here's the playmat. Hey, looks pretty nice. Yeah, looks good, looks good. But anyway, this stream revealed Dark Regulars. So here's the starter for Amon. So this is Amon follower Fate Collector. So Forerunner, rearguard circle, at the end of the battle it boosted. If you have 6 or more soul, put this unit into your soul and draw 2 cards and put one of them into your soul. Put 1 card from your hand into your soul. So, pretty good. Gets you soul charge and extra card in hand, so pretty decent. Dark Regular doesn't have any like super amazing starters yet, so you can definitely get away with using this, which is nice. Then we have the Amon follower Hell's Draw. So her skill is Vanguard Rearguard Circle. When placed, if your Vanguard is in Amon, soul charge 2. Oh, okay, so for every heal that you soul charge, you add a heal to your deck. Oh, that's a cool way to do it. So if you soul charge 2, and then for every heal... Sorry, I didn't recognize the heal kanji, my bad. So for every heal that you charge, it puts a heal back into your deck. Not from your soul, but it just creates a heal and puts it into your deck. That's nice. That way you don't lose your heals. We have the actual Amon Reverse. So Amon Reverse says, limit break 4 once per turn Vanguard Circle, lock one of your own rear guards. For that turn, for each soul he gains plus 1k, and if you have 6 or more soul, plus 1 crit. I think that's the exact same skill. I'm not sure if he has a counterblast before. I'm not sure if he has a counterblast for this before. I don't think so. Maybe. Oh wait, you got a new skill. When your soul is 10 or more, counterblast 2, and retire one of your opponent's rear guards. I think that's new. I'm pretty sure that one's new. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that second skill is new, and of course he's also cross-ride with the original Amon, which is a double rare, so that's also quite cool. Alright, yeah, Kalma's Tutsu retires pretty good. Not sure how much counterblasting you'll be doing in this new build. We'll see once we have all the new cards revealed. But yeah, that's pretty good. The soul requirement isn't as high as Reiji or anything either, so it's easier to build up to. The extra crit is especially easy to get, but of course it is limit break gated, so keep that in mind. Ooh, they announced sleeves. Alright, so, releasing on the 29th of January, they'll be releasing Dragonic Kaiser Vermilion the Blood sleeves, Chaos Breaker Dragon sleeves, and the Ghosty Leader Beatrice sleeves as well. Alright. The Chaos ones look really good. I'll probably pick up a pack. Chaos always looks cool on sleeves. Yeah, that's very nice. That is very cool looking. Alright, I guess I'll announce more later on. So, Daigo stuff. Yeah, just showing off the Daigo products. I think we already showed them off last time, no? And then we got new promos for the December month. So in both premium and standard tournaments. There's a Bermuda promo, grade 1. She's 8k, Vanguard Rear Circle when placed soul charge 1. You may soul charge 1. And when you ride on top of her, you can call her from soul to Rear Circle, which is also nice. And the other promo is an Oracle Think Tank, the Shiburu Witchi Nini. So she's a witch. In Soul, she's a grade 2 9k. In Soul, during your main phase, if you have a Witch Vanguard, she gains +1 grade in the Soul. And then Rearguard Circle, you can put this into your Soul to look at the top 3 cards and rearrange them in any way you want. Alright, so it's Coco support, I guess? I suppose? Pretty cool promo. Not really sure on the what's good about it, but seems cool. Oh, Twinkle Melody promos too. What is that, grade 1? Oh, it's so blurry. During your turn... Oh, if you have a force marker in the circle, all of your Rupinas... Oh, that's the main VR. All your Rupinas get plus 10k on Rearguard Circle. That's cool. And then second skill is Vanguard Rearguard Circle, Soul Blast 1. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Find the Rupina or Dagnika? Dagnika, I think? Dagnia? And then reveal it to your opponent and add it to your hand. Hey, welcome. You ready to protect Mother of Australia? Oh no. I know already what's happening. Oh yeah, and this is the there's the little gift or the token thing. The little token thing that one of the Mir uses. Which is pretty cool mechanic. Anyway, let's launch ourselves into danger. Dun 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 dun. You know my job is here to protect Australia. Dun 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 dun. Alright, the rest you can look at. The rest even Australia can enjoy. But Pron, unfortunately not. Damn, the Anj looks cool. And I think we've already seen the Celidi. The Celidi looks really good. Damn, look at the Anj toy. It's like in love with her. Is that you, chat? Is this you? Is this you? Alright, let's go. Here's Anj. She's the only reveal. So Anj's effect is the following. When she attacks the Vanguard, counterblast 1. Bounce any amount of normal units from any player's rearguard circles. For each bounced, do the following. If 2 or more bounced, she gains plus 10k. If 3 or more bounced, gain an imaginary gift force. If 4 or more bounced, search your deck for any unit card, call it to rearguard circle, and shuffle your deck. This is very... It feels fitting for what she used to be. Feels fitting for just who Anj is. Alright. I mean, this is both... This is great. Bouncing your opponent's stuff, you gotta be careful because you don't want to bounce their when placed from hand cards, because they'll be reusing those effects. But, yeah, other than that, this is great. You can always bounce your own stuff. You know, just attack with both columns first, then attack with the Vanguard column. Bounce 4, and then call something else to like a force marker circle. Very cool. Alright, I don't think there's a real need to go through this. Oh, he's bullying Gear Chronicles always. Alright, so he rides Anj, puts the force marker, and they're all swinging, and then he's gonna just bounce 4. Yeah, so he's gonna bounce 4, big surprise. Bouncing also removes cradle markers. Oh, that's true. That's true. I guess this would be good to also dodge chaos coming up if it does reintroduce locking. If it does, I'm not saying it does. If it does, don't panic. Alright. Yeah, I mean, this is very straightforward, very cool. Oh yeah, you can use stuff like this to call the top card. Whoa, nice high roll. Nice high roll. Very strong. Alright, yeah, I think that's mostly it. I think they showed a trailer, but I don't wanna... Yeah, they... Alright, I think I started from a good point. Otherwise I would have had to protect Australia again. Alright, cool. Next week is Rupina, so the main VR of the set, and 3 more SPs and the ASR. So yeah, alright, so I just wanted to quickly go through the news, but I think the most important thing to discuss is this, of course. I already spoke about it at the start, more or less, but I feel like, you know, they gave the kind of explanation that there just hasn't been as much results post-Luard restriction. I don't think it was even that, but, like, I don't know. They're kind of taking the risk of not overwhelming people with restrictions, especially because Luard just got restricted with the main thing first, and also they don't want to get push another restriction for that deck again, and especially because it's been declining in the recent weeks. Maybe that's part of the reason too. However, Gurgut's been overtaking, but even with Gurgut overtaking, it feels like there's still a lot of decks that get to top at the same time. Like, we've been seeing a lot of, like, Angels topping, both Nociel and Gavriel. Narukami's been topping. Blau has been getting a lot of hype in Japan as well, and picking up some tops here and there. And in general, it's just like I think Gurgut felt like it was, like, kind of stretching, but I think it's also not necessarily the worst thing, because I think after the Luard scenario, a lot of us got a little bit kind of, like, what's a good way to put it? Sensitive, I guess. The moment that something reached close to Luard's power level, everyone was just like, no, put it down, put it down, put it down. But, you know, we've had these kind of, like, very powerful archetypes before, and the thing that sets Gurgut apart is that, yes, it is very, very strong, and, you know, arguably even better than Luard in some people's eyes, or in a lot of people's eyes, but it's still, you know, it's not as, like, stable and safe, I guess, as Luard, which can literally search for anything. Whereas Gurgut still needs to kind of roll into its best conditions, which of course happened, but Anger Blader was the exact same last year. If it rolled into its conditions, it just swept the opponent quickly. So I guess instead of choosing to hit Gurgut, they're kind of experimenting and seeing if these unrestrictions will make a difference. And I think it's not a bad thing. I think that maybe they should have been a bit more, like, maybe Gurgut should have been taking a hit here already. But at the same time, I'm excited to see what's going to happen with this new meta of, you know, Anger Blader being unleashed, and, you know, Murkumo's and Pale Moon's arguably best, like, supporting grade 3s coming back as well. So I think that definitely might put those clans back on the map, and it'll be exciting to see where that goes. Anger Blader, I definitely feel like will make a comeback. The deck is just way too good. And I think, yeah, Gurgut also came out so recently, and I think they generally try to avoid... You know, with Luard, it was really an exception that they hit it so quickly after the release. I think with Gurgut, they let it sit for a bit. Because, I mean, we had this exact same thing with VBTO, I want to say 6. You know, going from the last few sets to VBTO 6, or going from the last few sets into the first Bermuda set of the V-Series. It definitely felt like it was a little jump in power level, and VBT12 definitely feels like it wasn't a jump, but Luard was a jump, and then VBT11 was a dip, and then VBT12 was like, you know, kind of a jump back to VBT10's power level, but not necessarily like the unrestricted Luard, but the current Luard. And so maybe that's just what kind of level they want to be at, and they didn't, it was quite rare for them to, like, you know, power creep something and then kind of hit it immediately. Bushiroad has always been more of the type of, like, card game developer to more so, let's say, creep a little bit and let people get used to it. And sadly, that means some people get, you know, some people lose interest, but at the same time, they haven't really been, whatchamacallit, they haven't really been, like, they haven't been, let's say, out creeping. It doesn't feel like VBT12 is out creeping VBT10. I think VBT11 was just literally a dip in power level compared to the previous set before that. But it seems like they want to keep up a consistent now power level of VBT10 and VBT12. And the Bermuda booster looks kind of similar. It's hard to say because a lot of pieces are still missing. And then it's also going to depend on what clan selection brings us to. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. These unrestrictions are very interesting, and the fact that they chose to do this instead of push down other decks that are already popular, I think is also quite interesting. Then I think that it'll be interesting to see how the meta develops. This will be in effect in just a week, so it'll be cool to see how the VGCSs and WGPs, what kind of results they show. For us in the West, just gotta wait and see what happens when we finally get events. But yeah, so that's it. That's the that was the unrestrictions, that was the news from the weekly reveals. Sadly not the usual format that we do of reactions. I'm sure if I was reacting live, honestly when I saw them I wasn't surprised. I saw them, I was like, oh okay, I mean, at first I was like, oh that's it, but then I was like, I guess I kind of get it. I kind of get what they're trying to do. But yeah, pretty interesting. We'll see how this goes. Definitely an interesting take on a restriction list, but it is what it is. Anyway, that's it for me today. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.